أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Program aims to achieve three things. First of all is to gather Muslims in the masjid during the time which most of the scholars agree that it is the period of acceptance known as Istijaba, a special period on Friday where we believe that Allah accepts any prayer that His slaves makes to Him. So we gather people in the masjid that period and hope they can involve in acts of worship so that they can take advantage of that
Alhamdulillah, this program is very important in gathering our Muslim brothers and sisters to get to know each other and to recite Quran. And as time goes on, inshallah, the recitation and the memorization of the Holy Quran, and use the opportunity to make dua, to make prayers. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, we are all welcome to this program. Inshallah, we are going to start the session with the Quranic recitation. I will be reading and you'll be repeating after me. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. You can repeat after me. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever recites Surah Al-Kahf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will illuminate his heart and will enlighten his heart from this Friday to the next Friday. So we use this opportunity to recite Surah Al-Kahf.
The program also aims to encourage the recitation of Surah Al-Kahf on Fridays, knowing fully well the advantages of reciting Surah Al-Kahf. So we gather Muslims in the masjid during the time of Salah Istijaba, and led by the Imam, they recite Surah Al-Kahf, and those who cannot recite learn from recital, and those who cannot recite in the long run tend to memorize Surah Al-Kahf.
I think every Fridays, there's this hour, this period that is normally, what I was recommended by Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to us to come out and pray. That period is a very important period, which at least it helps you, inshallah. God will accept your prayers when you take advantage of that certain period. So that was one of the major reasons of organizing this, this event. So the
من عاديت تبارك ربنا وتعاليت اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تهون به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا بها جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أحييتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على من عادانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا إلى النار مصيرنا ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك فينا ولا يرحمنا اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته ولا فقيرا إلا أغنيته ولا فقيرا إلا أغنيته ولا ممتحنا إلا أنجحته.
Thirdly, the program will also stimulate research amongst members, because it is designed in a way that the topics that will be discussed are contemporary issues, and each member of the masjid will be given a topic, or they choose a topic and they go and research on it. After doing their research, they verify to the imam, who aids them and guides them on where they can get their reference from, and they come to present their lecture. We don't call it really lecture, it's kind of an open discussion, because the issues will be contemporary. So they lead this talk on the topic chosen, and guided by the imam, members of the masjid contribute to it, and we all learn all together. This is the whole essence of the program.
Strength and unity. Then the third aspect of the event was to talk about contemporary issues, which the topic of love was discussed, which was taken by our able leader, Wala Abdul Malik. He handled that session and he did very well. So generally the program went well. We discussed in depth about love concerning Islam and how it's generally helps us understand our families, relate with our families, our spouses, our children, and the general public. So it was eventful. It was very interesting.
Search for the love of Allah. Go ahead and do things that will please your Lord, that your Lord will be in love with you. And if you attain that, you have attained a very high status. Ibrahim, let's give an example. Allah loves Ibrahim. Now, because Allah loved Ibrahim, Allah has instructed Malaka Jibril to love Ibrahim. So Malaka Jibril will love Ibrahim. Malaka Jibril in turn tell the inhabitants of the people of paradise, of heaven, that they should love Ibrahim. And the people of paradise, of heaven, will love Ibrahim. Then when the people of heaven love you, Allah places acceptance on the earth for you. You will walk the earth, and the beast of the earth will run away from you. You will walk on the earth, and doors will open for you. Then how do we get the love of Allah? That is what we asked the scholars. And the scholars said, look, you can achieve the love of Allah simply by abiding by His fard, the obligatory things He has told you to do. Not stopping there, you will now go ahead and do the voluntary things that Allah has told you to do. By so doing, you will earn the love of Allah. Our love in His creatures. Of the 100 of the mercies of Allah that exist, only one of it Allah left for us to use, and that is why the wild beast will not consume its own child. And that is the love that animals share, the affection that even humans share. And they say that love will exist in the earth till the end of time. Now, of all of this love, we are told that the love for the sake of Allah remains the best of all. In the hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there are some people, these people, they are not martyrs and they are not prophets, but yet on the day of judgment, the prophets and the martyrs will envy them. And they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who are these people? And the prophet told them, they are the people that love themselves solely for the rule of Allah, i.e. the Quran, the book of Allah. That on the day where faces will be gloomy, their face will be lit up. On the day there will be no shade, they shall find the shade of Allah. So you can see the premium when we say people should love for the sake of Allah. How important it is that even the martyrs and the prophets on the day of judgment will envy them. And people will wonder, who are these people? Now it reminds us again, we remember that there are 7 categories of people that will enjoy the shade of Allah on the day of judgment. Among them,
are two people that come together, they meet, they love themselves solely for the sake of Allah, and they part ways for the sake of Allah. Imagine that category on a day when we all know on Yawm Qiyamah, it's going to be a long day. We say Yawm Qiyamah, the day of judgment, we call it a day. But in the sight of Allah, it's a day. But in the sight of mankind, it's a very long time. 50,000 years standing, waiting for judgment. There will be sweat, there will be hardship, there will be gloom. And there will be no shade on that day because the sun will be brought near, the heat of the sun. And people will sweat based on the volume of sins they have. But Allah will call on, where are the people that loved for my sake alone? Now, we live in a community like this one we have, alhamdulillah, this beautiful community we have in this estate. Do we really know our neighbors? Do we really know do we really know the people that we live with? An avenue is brought here for us to love for the sake of Islam. Because I don't know my brother Abu Bakr, I don't know him from anywhere. I only met him in this masjid. And it's in this masjid I knew that he's from Gombe. I don't know him before. So for example, if I love him for that sake alone, I've achieved that category of those who love themselves solely for the sake of Allah. I don't want to gain anything from him. He's not giving me money, I'm not giving him money. We just meet in the mosque, and because of that, he is my friend. So living in this community gives an opportunity to take advantage of that kind of love. Loving people for the sake of Allah alone.
To what we plan. Alhamdulillah, it is successful. Brothers cooperate with us. They come, we read all together, we make dua. Alhamdulillah, I can say we make 70% out of 100. Alhamdulillah, it is an initial basis we started now, but inshallah, as time goes on, inshallah, we are going to work on our mistakes and perfect all where we have the loopholes, inshallah.
So we're looking forward to future organizations. We hope to do better, improve on what we've done so far. And inshallah, we welcome more and more participants to ensure that they participate and contribute to this program. So thank you very much.